unfortunately. But, what are you going to do?
Yeah, well, it's, life of being a Mets fan. Nothing's ever easy, and everything's drama. Well, we got a new medical staff, so maybe things are looking up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Let's talk about your upcoming show. You got I'm sorry, you got a show coming up. What, December 2nd, correct?
December 1st and December 2nd.
December 1st and December 2nd. That's right. You had the day 1 and day 2 of your 10-year anniversary show. And
hold on. Somebody just asked me a question. How come you didn't let Jake defend them shitty-looking belts he won in Boston? Yourself. Because I pay money for my belts. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, folks, let's try to keep the questions relevant to the topics. What Joe's roster does at other companies is not a reflection on Joe. So let's keep it relevant. Who cares what the belts look like? It's somewhere else. We know the Warriors are wrestling belts look nice. That's all that matters.
That they do, especially our tag team titles. I think that's the nicest belt we have.
I don't know. I kind of like that women's title. It is. It looks nice. Just took a long time to materialize.
I think the guy, when he finally decided to do it, he rushed.
Still nice. It's very unique, though. I mean, speaking to other companies' belts, where they.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't want to just be,
cookie cutter
compared to other companies. I want to be better.
Right. Well, that's why I like the belt. It's very unique, and it is design. You stayed with the black leather background instead of going with the pink that everybody likes to go with, and
I would have went if there was a hot pink. I would have went. Well, if this guy had it, I like the hot pink.
Okay. Well, I think pink or white is good for the women's title belt, but I think because there is pink in the belt itself, color-wise, it might have been too much pink.
And anybody out there that wants a belt made, don't go to the guy Jesse Ellis in Tennessee. Save yourself a lot of stress, believe me.
Had to threaten him with a lawyer to get him to send a damn belt.
That's the Richie DeGreg of belt making.
Oh my god. Wait, I gotta look at the clock. All right, we officially went 32 minutes and 44 seconds before a Richie DeGreg bashing.
Somebody just wrote, Master should also add that what happens at those tapings don't represent the views of Joe either. Okay, the thing with that is, I agree, but it does represent me because my company's logo is in the background.
Yeah.
And it's uploaded on our YouTube channel, so I do have to watch what goes on there.
Yeah, of course you do. I mean, look, what goes on in your school is your responsibility. If somebody gets hurt and you're not there, it's still your responsibility. If something stupid goes on, regardless of what happens, when it happens, it's always going to be a reflection on you because your name is attached to Warriors of Wrestling, and it's always going to come back to you somehow, some way. And there's always going to be people out there licking their chops, waiting to bury you and your company if something goes wrong because you pride yourself on doing things the right way.
And I do. And, that's getting back to, and I'll beat the dead horse, I don't give a fuck. Getting back to that video, that's why I'm saying there should be nobody saying anything, then, yeah, either you're right or Vito or whatever. You're right because this is shit. We want to be a legit company. By putting that out, not making excuses and Jake with his fucking now intergender this, or just shut the fuck up. You're a fucking idiot. This is shit. This shouldn't be on any show.
Now, I mean, I don't even recall an intergender one-on-one matches. Like, I don't... it just doesn't really happen. I've seen intergender tag teams. I think I even asked you earlier this week if you ever thought about doing an intergender tag team title.
No, and I said right up there, right, no.
No. Well, I'm sure you're was still pissed off about this situation. So,
well, I think what Jake's mentality is, he wants to do what they're doing on the indies, or I'd rather do what they're doing at the top. You always aim at the top.
mm-hmm.
And another thing was said to me today, the guys in NXT, when those at NXT is, it's the training ground for WWE. It's a training center. It's a wrestling school, sort of say. Does anybody on NXT, I'm not even talking about on the TV show, I'm talking about in their gym, look or act like what that was in that video? I know the answer to that question. I bet everybody else there with a brain knows the answer to it too. Right. Who gives a shit what they're doing on the indies?
Well, indie gets a bad rap because of a lot of things that go on. So if you have yourself a nice model of the way you want things done, you set a mold. You made a mold. This is how I want it done. This is the way it should be. But maybe it's just a lack of communication between yourself and your trainers of how you want things to be run.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, there's only one way, to go after things like that, as far as like the communication barrier, which, what did I do? I wanted to sit down and talk to you about the women's show and the future and blah, blah, blah. So I got my car and I drove to see you and we talked about it. Meeting face to face and having a meeting is so much more, to me, professional, and it just goes a longer way than text messaging and Facebook messaging and all that other bullshit. So maybe you need to have a staff meeting and just sit people down and just let.
But the thing with the taping shit, it should be common sense. I mean, Jake's not an idiot. Jake's, we might have different views on political things, but he's a very intelligent man. He's not a moron. He's very book smart. He's not common sense. What left him a long time ago, but he should know better. You know what I mean? And that's a joke. I'm joking about that, but he should know better.
Well, I guess. Look, this situation happened for a reason.
I'm defending it on top of it when somebody, like I said, when somebody took the time to write everything that was wrong with it. Somebody, again, that's been places. Maybe not as many places as Jake, but he's been somewhere. Saying, this is what's wrong. And Jake's saying, well, no, shut the fuck up. You don't fucking know.
Well, you gotta, look, it's a job. And it's like any other job. You do something at work, your boss comes to you and says, why did you do this? And you defend yourself. Regardless of what you say, if your boss feels you're wrong, you're wrong. That doesn't matter what you think, you're wrong. And this
it wasn't, nobody was attacking Jake. It wasn't saying that Jake was wrong.
No, I understand. Well, you're saying about him posting the video, he should have had common sense, he has his own views on it. But if your view is that it shouldn't have been put up, that shit needs to be taken seriously and this joking around nonsense needs to stop, people need to show up to training consistently, then it's got to start from the top and it's got to trickle all the way down to everybody, your workers, your students, everybody. So you need to, I think, you got to call a staff meeting, you need to call everybody in and say, sit down, shut up, this is the way it's going to be done. If people don't like it, then no hard feelings, there's the door. But this is the way things are going to get done. And I think until you establish that, people are just going to pick and choose to take advantage whenever they feel like it.
That's a bad move on their part.
Of course.
And it's not all the, first of all, it's not all the students. It's definitely not all the students that do this. But by somebody defending shit, it's sending a message out to people saying, this is okay. Who cares what somebody that's done something in the business say? Has Vito been to the Tokyo Dome in Connecticut? No, I think not. That's an inside joke. If someone is going to text me any minute. But we do have students that work hard. And in fact, I sent Vito a match of the quiche, the plug, whatever you want to call him. Mm-hmm. And Justin Adams is from the IWF school. And they take it seriously. Justin Adams is in there 3 times a week. And if we open up on the 4th or 5th day, he's there for that too. The quiche is there at least twice a week. Mm-hmm. And he's lost weight. And guys, there is guys that do fucking take it seriously. I'm not saying that the poison is in everybody.
No, I'm not. I understand that, but my whole thing with working in retail, working in sports, is that it's hard to grab somebody and single them out and just discuss stuff. It's just easier to grab everybody, discuss one topic to everybody. The ones who are going to take it personally are usually the ones of the reason why you're there doing it. And everybody else is just going to take it for a grain of salt and say, all right, Joe's just reminding us the way it's got to be, and everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, I know the ones that are going to sit there, yeah, but,
right,
are the ones that I've been around a little bit longer than most of them. You know what I mean? And I like to think I'm dealing with grown men, even though some of our students are kids. And it's sad that the kids are there more than the fucking people in that video, not the girl. Joy does come in the trainer, I'll give her that. But as far as CK goes, he could give a fuck what he looks like. He can give a fuck what he wrestles like. He don't give a shit.
I mean,
he's just there to fucking act like
he is dressed up as an Oreo.
Exactly. It's a joke. But if you put these guys in the ring with professionals, they'll be throwing up. They will be throwing up.
So maybe you need to push.
That's fact. They will be
throwing
throwing up.
Then you need to push them.
Huh?
Push them even harder.
Oh, soon. I told you I'm gonna have some guests at the school.
You got garbage pails in the corner. They can stop and throw up and keep going.
Hey, but the attitude is when you mention these guys, it's like, oh, these guys are old, these guys don't know better. But I'm sorry, like, I know. Come April, you're going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. Kevin, maybe you'll induct them, but I think they know a little bit more than you. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
it's like laughable.
Like you said, you got some seminars coming up. I know, one firsthand, March 9th of 2018. You're going to have Nora Bensu.
Molly Holly.
Yep, formerly known as Molly Holly, Mona, or Miss Madness. And, she comes from the old school, the generation that Joe and I consider the best. And,
One of the best.
I just think that, you're going to have your people who are going to absorb it like a sponge. They're going to love the opportunity. They're going to be all over it. And then you have your people who are going to think that the person you brought in is outdated and doesn't have a grasp on reality. So it's a balance which is, I know can't be easy for you, but you got to juggle that. And
hold on a minute. Hold on. The person that's outdated. Any of these seminars are outdated people because none of them are in E anymore.
Right.
The closest I would say was when we had Eugene, because I think he was just released from being involved with the FCW NXT.
Right.
The thing is, what these guys are saying what is outdated and what they're saying is in style or in trend or what they're doing today is not what they're doing at NXT.
Right.
And that's where everybody should want to be. Everybody should not want to drive 200 fucking miles one way to make fucking $40 and eat a hot dog. That's stupid. That's not a pro wrestler. That makes you a pro idiot.
Well, it kind of boils down to the fans that get pissed off when WWE signs an indie talent, and then after 6 months, maybe a year, they appear on WWE TV, and they're nothing like they are remembered from the indies.
Who gives a fuck? That's what they're doing.
Right.
You want to go work your fucking on Wall Street? Well, you got to conform to the way they're doing business. If you don't, then you leave. That's what they're doing in NXT. That's what if you're joining to be a wrestler, that should be where your goal is. Not to fucking wrestle in front of fucking somebody, some VFW hall and fucking wherever.
Well,
Yeah, here's an interesting something. Somebody just wrote me this.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it. I'm not going to say who wrote it, but I'm going to read it. This is pretty, and problem is when you have shit workers, not all the guys, telling guys like TK how great that match was, he thinks that's what he's got to do from now on and doesn't need to get any better. That's exactly right. Because we got guys with opinions and fucking warriors that don't even know how to lace up a pair of fucking boots. And I just look in and I look at the guy next to me and they look at me like, who the fuck is this guy? Don't even know how to fucking do an arm ring. Don't even know how to bump. I watched one day this guy came to my school, showed him how to tackle. I said, but you have to throw ever fucking with that guy. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Well, I'm sure you deal with that a lot. People coming from other places and then coming to your school.
Yeah, well, that gets shut down real fucking fast.
We won't name any names of that one either. But
lean up on aisle 9.
oh, God.